McDonald in Canada. Cunningham circles around, handoff Clark. Clark muscles her way inside. Shot clock down to 5, flips it up, gets it to Gmint
by Indiana, and it results in a little post-up opportunity for Clark. There's the bump and the foul, the and one.
Caitlin, we know very well she likes to let it fly from the left. Pulls up, baseline, good to go. It was a way to miss. Excellent. Shifty getting into.
The final seconds were slipping away, and the tension in the arena was almost unbearable. Caitlin Clark dribbled past half court, every eye on her, every heartbeat synchronized with the ticking clock. The game was tied, the championship on the line.
Clark nails it. The New York Liberty came out and threw the first punch in this quarter, but what a response from the Indiana Fever. That is a great contest.
That tempo, maybe even tires the people out a little bit.
Clark working on Natisha Heidemann, who's just checked in. She's a good defender too, and Clark, that was not a Minnesota defense that has been a lead all season long. Fever had their way with it in the first quarter. Clark trying to get Indiana started, and maybe that'll help.
And everyone knew that the odds were stacked impossibly against her. She had practiced countless shots like this, but this was different. It was real, high pressure, make or break. The crowd's roar seemed to fade as she sized up her opportunity.
Austin. Here comes Caitlin.
Get it! Questionable. I love the speed of Caitlin Clark, the push. All right, strip to the free throw line. One thing, though, that we did have an...
Gets denied by Boston. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Staring to the right side, knows who's there. Drop pass behind. Could be the deepest shot we've seen Caitlin Clark make as a pro.
Every muscle in her body screamed focus, every thought aimed at one goal, the impossible shot. With a smooth, controlled motion, Caitlin launched the ball from nearly full court, a desperate attempt that statisticians would label as barely 1% chance.
Clark over Horston, hits a three. Bounce.
Horston's got to come with hands up. You can't let Clark see the...
Clark trying to get around Mabry. Clark to the rim, reverses it home through the contact.
They're hoping that can discourage Alyssa Thomas from making some of her great passes.
No one picks up Clark, who cans the three.
The ball soared through the air, time seeming to freeze for those watching. Teammates held their breath, coaches froze mid-cheer, and fans gasped as the arc of the shot defied gravity. Fans screaming and replaying the impossible moment. Every eye tracked the ball.
Clark.
Uh-oh.
Clark, please.
Uh-oh. Well, Caitlin Clark, one thing she got is handles. Finds her way to the rim.
Channel defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep three. Oop that it. And knocks that one down, and it's a big one.
Gets old.
Hearts pounding, minds refusing to believe that this miracle could actually happen. This was no ordinary shot. It was the kind of moment legends are made of. The ball hit nothing but the net. Swish. Silence.
Now Clark looking to push, cross-court pass. Pull, back to Clark, she will launch and bury a three. And Clark doing it with some defense. Comes up with the block, and then Lexi Hull finds her. Fever back within 4.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first.
Yourself as a leader, as a future leader for the franchise. And that takes a little bit of perspective.
Then an eruption of sound unlike anything the stadium had ever heard. Caitlin Clark had turned the 1% chance into a reality, a buzzer beater that left opponents frozen in shock and fans screaming in uncontainable joy.
The screen comes off, drains a three. That's one of the few good looks, and it's not even that great of a look that she's gotten here so far.
Here's Clark, thinking about a bomb, the hesitation, the take, the lead. Reese the lay, Clark to Reese, what you've been waiting for.
Gets a decent look.
Can't get it to go. All of a sudden, that's 6 of 10. It's not looking so hot anymore. And the baseball passing. Look at this.
This is a pass that not very many players can make from behind the free throw line on the...
Her teammates rushed to lift her off the floor, cameras flashing, commentators shouting, and the world taking notice. Social media exploded with clips, memes, and reactions, with hashtags trending within minutes. It wasn't just a victory, it was a story, a defining moment that would be replayed for years.
Now a 17-point deficit. Shot clock is off. The Fever can play for the final possession. Nobody picks up Clark, so she takes it.
Kelsey Mitchell sprints up for the guard-to-guard screen. And if they don't switch on him quick, Caitlin Clark is good enough to make you pay.
New York is doing a really good job of getting into the vision of Caitlin Clark early.
Clark steps on the gas.
Personnel. They went through a really detailed defensive scout yesterday.
Clark got tough bucket.
Caitlin had not just won a game, she had made history. Interviews later captured the emotional roller coaster of the moment. Caitlin, calm and composed despite the chaos, spoke about the hours of practice and the faith in herself that allowed her to take that impossible shot.
One of their 28 all-time home matchups against Indiana. That is their best record against any team. And Caitlin Clark, okay with it. Backdoor cutting to Wheeler, but it's turned over. 2-on-1 the other way. Caitlin Clark going right in at Diggins, who attempts to block the shot.
Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a three and knocks it down. Second last in the league in three-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles one in. Back.
Fans shared stories of how the moment inspired them, how they had held their breath in unison, and how sports could produce magic that transcends statistics. Analysts broke down every angle, every decision, and every millisecond that led to the miracle.
Later, the season's a bit more condensed. Good turnover for rookies like Clark as she weaves her way inside. Caught it.
To the WNBA, I think Caitlin Clark just answered that a little bit.
Picked up now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back three just below the logo, drills it. She's a rookie, and she's 22 years old, the same as her jersey, but those heels were right at the logo.
For one brief instant, Caitlin Clark had united millions around a single shot, a perfect example of determination meeting destiny on the grandest stage.
High percentage shooter. Here she is out on Caitlin, who shoots over her and hits a three.
Ball defensively. I mean, this is as good as it gets. High hand. Good stuff.
She's needed a game like this. Her last four, shooting 29% from three, gets blocked. But
Only three to shoot. Gonna have to make something happen. Clark through the lane, reverses it in.
If you loved this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next moments.